Okay, now for boring this this center mortise, center stretcher mortises, the first thing we need to do is get a line on the seat, very similar to what we did earlier.
So get this top stick in the plane that the stretcher is going to go. So it's touching this bobbin here and this bobbin there. And then I'm going to rotate this bottom straight edge till they're parallel, right like that. And then strike a line. It doesn't matter where this bottom's ruler is. It could be over here, it could be over here. Best that it's more or less underneath this top piece, but it doesn't matter where it is so much as that it's parallel with the top board, or really with the top stretcher or the center stretcher.
And now, oh, comes my train. Can you hear it? I think a lot of people are familiar with my train. You need to get your measurement first, Alia.
Oh gosh.
You need to get a height measurement.
Thank you. Well, I had another board. Yeah, so that is a little bit too tall. It's actually perfectly centered on that stretcher, but I need it, the diameter of my extension smaller than that. So I'm just gonna put it on there like that and mark half the radius. I'm going to mark half the diameter, which is the radius of that shank on there, and then take that off. So maybe I'll...
Elliot, before you do that, check your other one. Check your other stretcher.
Oh, good point. That one's good. Thank you.
So you might want to drill, the left side. Now, that's the side you're going to drill.
Yes. Thank you. Let me get another clamp on this thing.
And just as a little extra note, you should crown your stretchers before you put them into the mortises anyway, your side stretchers. They might have dried really nice and straight, and you don't have to worry about it, but they could have dried and bowed. And if both of them bowed and you turn those bows opposite, then I did that once on this chair, and I had about a ½ inch difference in height in those side stretchers, and they were already into their mortises, so I couldn't change it. But I did learn that always check and crown those and turn those crowns the same way. Doesn't really matter which way, just make sure you turn them the same way.
Great. So now I need to take that off of this. So
while you're doing that, I'll show them an alternative. Now, once again, since I do this all the time, instead of getting a block, I cannibalized a clamp. So you can see, here's my clamp that's kept intact, but then I took this part off of a clamp, turned it around the opposite way, and so I clamp it on the bench here, and then this is where my drill bit would be running right there, and I'm able to do a gross adjustment like that for the height, and then I get it a little bit below it, and then I can just do the final adjustment just right like that. So it's much faster than finding a block each time. It's also much more secure, and then, like I said, it just clamps right to the bench right here. And so it's pretty slick. I usually don't, I'm not known for coming up with things like this and inventing things. So I was real proud of myself when I came up with this one and it actually worked. I usually have
Yeah.
to learn, get these things from other people. My brain doesn't work like that.